Good morning. It's Margaret Betty at the University of Sewing, and it's Facebook Live. I hope you guys are all doing well. It is a glorious day here in Bloomington, Indiana. The sun is out, but it seems like it might get a little hot today. I don't know. I didn't look at the temperature earlier, but I have a feeling it's going to get hot today. So we haven't had really any hot weather up until now, so that'll be nice to have a little bit of warmth. So,
And I think today's the longest day of the year, right?
oh, goodness, it's the 21st. That would make sense. So, longest day of the year, too. So, we have sunshine for a long time today. You got to understand, guys, should have been probably a reptile. I like the sun and I like to be warm. So, okay. So, let's get started today. I have a giveaway for you guys. We have the Needle Travel Book for 2025. The cool thing about this book is it doesn't matter where you live in the country. This book will have something for you. It goes across to all the states. Look how thick it is. And it does quilt stores, fabric stores, folks that do knitting, all the kinds of needle arts you'd want are in this book. It says it has over 4,000 shops in it. So this is the 2025. Normally it is $9.95. So this is a really nice gift for you guys. Go ahead to win this. What you have to do is you need to go hit the share button on Facebook. Then when in the comments on Facebook, go ahead and put in there while you're watching us today, put in the comments that you shared. And you will be entered into a drawing to potentially win this wonderful book.
We're finding that out with people trying to find alternative places to shop now.
Right.
That they need a resource. You just can't Google everything.
No, you can't. And so we should probably talk about that a little bit today because there is some news coming out. I mean, the whole industry is really changing, and it's going to be something else for those of us who've been used to being able to, for example, go get patterns. And I thought that when Joann's closed, I thought what would happen is the companies that were selling patterns would just go online. And I didn't think it would be that big of a deal. Well, it turns out that's not going to be true. After the end of this year, from what I understand, McCall's, the people that have been making their tissue prints, and that's probably not just McCall's, it's probably all the big four, and they're apparently losing that resource of being able to print patterns on tissue paper. The one printer who's doing that is supposedly going to close at the end of the year. So if you haven't done so, go and buy your patterns right now, because if you want printed patterns on paper, and I'm talking about the tissue paper, you better get them as we speak. So I know I just went and I did this. Thank you. I'm going to make sure that I have the patterns that I want. And I'm thinking kind of long term. I even got some for costumes and things like that. That's what I'm doing, guys. So we have, of course, the independent pattern companies, and they don't print the same way as those big companies do. So maybe we won't lose that, but I'm kind of worried about it. So hopefully we will find out more here as time goes along. Why are we standing right here? This is really interesting. We've redone the shop quite a bit. Now, those of you who don't live close by, you haven't been able to see it. But Dave, you should go ahead and give them kind of an overview. We brought in some fixtures, some signage that we did not have. You might recognize it if you were a, Indiana Joann's purchaser. We brought in some of their fixtures. And so now we have these really tall, very solid, wonderful fixtures, even some that move around a little bit. So this is where you are standing with me right now. So we have a lot of beautiful fabrics here. I don't want you guys to forget what we have. Some of these are silk, some of these are blends, a lot of designer stuff. We've got the batik rayons over here, very beautiful. A whole section of knits, We've got over 90 bolts of knits right now, so hopefully that'll be good. Our independent pattern companies, we carry all that. All of this is available online, everyone. So if you haven't gone on to our website recently, and by the way, if you find a problem or something's not right on the website, let me know so we can fix it. It's been pretty cool. I have had you guys just help me out with that. Oh, Dave, let them know we have Petersham. Petersham's kind of hard to find sometimes, guys, but we have a whole bunch of different Petersham. I'm going to shut this door. It's echoing, Dave. That's funny. Okay, so we have Petersham, some pretty trims. More and more of this stuff is all getting online. We have a heck of a collection of elastics. So when you go ahead and order your fabric or your pattern, if you need elastic, we've got all kinds and sizes. We just got a whole bunch of new stuff, guys. This is from a company called Keurig. Keurig, we saw them at H&H, and the reason that I am buying stuff from Keurig is because I have not been able to find these flexible rulers. And I also wasn't able to find like the small, short, curved rulers. The places I was ordering from, they didn't have these for a long time. Those things weren't in stock. It seemed like they had a problem with getting it. Well, when I ran across this with Keurig, I decided we would go ahead and get these. Now, this is a 20 millimeter, it would be, what is it, centimeters probably, 20 centimeters ruler. And I am not 100% sure we got the actual inches into the system. But I will look at that later today and make sure. But what's really nice about this, see, it's 60 centimeters there. So this is going to give you, I believe it turned out it was close to 20 inches. So you can sit on this ruler and get the curve for your shape as far as like pants go. Hardest thing in the world to do for yourself. This will help you a lot, or you can actually just stand and curve it to your body. Either one will work. I've never demonstrated that, so maybe that's a good video, Dave. That would be probably a really good thing. We've got a whole bunch of creative grid rulers. If you haven't been online to look at those, do that. We carry the Lori Holt paper quilt pieces. These are so much fun. You iron the paper pieces onto your 10-inch layer cake blocks, and then you cut them apart and you can make a wonderful scrappy looking trees, hearts, or stars. So those are really beautiful. We carry Bowen's wonderful 3 curved ruler set. Those are really nice. Yes, we can ship these all to you. This is really great. So we carry some storage bags. I think these are really great. I know I'm using them at home to put my winter quilts in, and I pop them under my bed and they're ready to go. Lots and lots of zippers, guys. We're carrying a whole bunch of zippers now. We've got a variety of types and kinds. If you don't see them on the website, because I know they're not all there, make sure that you just give us a quick call. Tell us what you need. We can send you pictures of the colors, and then you can make a decision. But we have a good selection of them now, and I feel like ours are very reasonable. All the notions, lots of fun things here, scissors and so forth. If you need any of that, we've got you covered. I am also in the process of talking with one of my sources to get us some new denims, and I'm going to try not to kill myself. And then we still have some stuff set up here for the shop hop. It's almost done, guys. It's almost done. All right, so we are in the classroom so that hopefully we will not be bothered this morning by people just wandering in like they like to do during the shop hop. Nobody knows what time it is. So, all right. So one of the things I wanted to tell you I was looking for something that I thought would be nice fabric for Hanukkah. I have got some in. This is a Riley Blake product. It's very pretty. So we've got a panel with a menorah on it, and that's available. Then we have in white, black, and gray these other prints. And I'm going to just open up one. I know that it's really hard to see through the plastic when we do this on camera. So, for example, we have this particular print in white and gray and navy. And then when we've got these are all complementary, of course, to the panel. So another all over print with this beautiful leaves and the Star of David in it. Very pretty. I know this is probably significant. I'm sorry, I don't know what that plant is. Then we have the Drizzles. These are the little kids' toys. And of course, Stars of David and so forth on here. And those come in also white, gray, and the navy. This really pretty print. I love this print. I think this is gorgeous. So we have all of these here. If you have, I mean, I've never carried the Jewish fabric before. We didn't get a ton of it, but I think we got a nice selection, and I think that we'll have some here for those of you who would like that. And I wanted to let you know now because we have plenty of time to plan for the season in December. So next, I wanted to tell you about some new fabric we just got in. This is a brand new Riley Blake rayon, and we have it in 3 different colors because it's just gorgeous. And, excuse me, I should say 2 colors and 2 prints. So, look at how this drapes, guys. The shirt I'm wearing right now is in a linen cotton blend, and it's a very lightweight fabric. We don't have this in stock anymore, but we have several just like it. So think about a shirt like this where it's maybe a button down or a tunic top. This would be gorgeous. Oh, by the way, how about a dress? I'm going to just tell you it's nice and soft and lovely. You are going to really, really just, it's so beautiful. This is your 3-season fabric because in the dead of winter, it might not be warm enough, but boy, it's sure going to make it for everything else. What about the little something jacket? The little something jacket would be lovely in this. So this is a great fabric for that. We've got this navy. By the way, that is navy. It's not black. And we have it in these 2 different prints. Oh, I guess the colors are slightly different. This is more of like a kind of teal color. So dark teal, we've got navy, and then this lovely red. So those are really, really pretty ones. I hope that this will be great for your next project. That would be awesome. So lots of great ideas for those. Now, we ran out, but now they're back in stock, our panel for the IU sample gates. Oh, yeah, there we go, Dave. All right, so it's this particular panel. Those of you who are from Indiana, or maybe you went to IU, there is the sun coming up over the IU sample gates. This is where everybody takes their pictures when they graduate from college, or maybe they just have some event and they want to get a really pretty picture of the campus. I will tell you, Indiana University has one of the prettiest campuses literally in the country. The beautiful limestone buildings, the architecture, it's really quite lovely. But we just got in all of our fabric.
And we should say thank you for the people who have already bought them and the fact that we had to reorder.
I know. When we buy these, we have to get 100 panels. And we already have sold out of one group of them, and now we have to get another, and it makes me really happy. So if you are looking for something that is very iconic Indiana University, this is a wonderful thing to use, and I can't tell you how pleased we are. And that quilt I just showed you, we have that available. That particular pattern is available for you to download and be able to print off your own copy of it. So we have that. Over here, we have a gorgeous group of fabrics. I told you guys that I had really was very, very fortunate to come across a wonderful, two companies that sell Japanese fabric. And what we've got here are the first delivery. So we've got this beautiful print right here. These are all Dobie weaves, which mean they have a little bit of texture to them. They're not super heavy. This is very lightweight. They have a lot of what I would call structural kind of. They're more of a fabric that is going to look. It doesn't have that drape that the Rayon had. This is going to be a much more structural look. So when you use this, you want to think about how you're going to do that. But when it washes up, it'll soften up a bit, but it's still never going to drape like the Rayon would. And this particular piece is, I believe, 100% cotton. That's what these three are. As far as I know, I will tell you, we just got them in yesterday, and I haven't had the opportunity to go through everything and make sure that I know all about them. But again, these weaves are just amazing. This is woven in, these colors are woven in. Now, you can't see the color on the one side because these threads actually sit on top, but it is really lovely. You would call that a yarn dyed. And you can see on the ends where the threads are and that those colors are popping through there. So these fabrics are just the start of what is going to be an amazing collection of Japanese fabrics. I will tell you, by the end of the year, I know we will have the biggest collection of Japanese fabrics anywhere. And it is something that I absolutely love, and it's unusual. They're unique. This is going to add something really lovely to your next project. I would highly recommend thinking about this for jackets, for bags, there's no reason at all you can't use this in a quilt because it is cotton. You could do that, but it wouldn't be my first choice unless I were doing something very much with that Japanese feel. But, as I say that, I realize I would actually really love a quilt that we use these fabrics in. And so I'm going to have to think about what that looks like and what I'm going to do with that. So I will let you know as that percolates in my head, and we will have some really fun things to show you as far as that goes. But this fabric right here, my next piece I'm going to be doing out of this. It is just going to be fabulous. So we will do that, and it's Tai Chi. So then what I want to finish up today with is to let you know about classes next week, because I know we have some that have not filled up. We are going to do a quilting in the hoop class, and that is going to be on June the 24th. Today's the 21st, so we are going to do that. We have one spot left in our youth sewing camp, and that's for making this drawstring bag with the zipper on it.
So Cheryl just finished up with the first week, and wasn't it a success? Wasn't it fun?
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun to see those kids, and they learned all about sewing, and they were so excited. So this is the cute little bag that they're going to make, an exposed zipper on it. Then it's got a drawstring right here. It is super cute. Very, very nice bag. Oh, it's got another zipper inside, Dave. I didn't even know that. 2 zippers. Wow. Check that out. So they're going to have a lot of fun. They get to pick out their own fabric. They get to have Cheryl and Sanjana both take and teach this class with them, or work with it. Actually, Cheryl's the one teaching it, but Sanjana's there to help her. So we have 2 teachers, and there's only 4 kids. So we make sure that everybody stays safe and that they have a lot of fun. So if you've got someone in your world that knows how to use a sewing machine. That first class was maybe too easy where they were just making a pillowcase and a pair of shorts. This class might be really fun for that sewer that's just getting started and they want to have a neat project to do over 3 days. That class is in July. It's on July 8th through the 10th. Very cool stuff. I don't know if I mentioned it yesterday. I think I might have, but I want to mention it again because sometimes people watch on Saturday, don't watch on Fridays. So we are going to be closed from July the 4th until the 8th. And I decided to give the staff a 4-day weekend. I think we all need it. This shop hop has been a lot of work. We've all just been running. So that's going to be a little gift to them to be able to have some time off. We are going to be gone next week. So Rachel is going to be running the show. And so you guys will have to tell me if she does a good job. She's going to do Facebook Live and she will do it both days. And it's going to be a lot of fun to see her and doing all of that. So you guys all know how funny she is and she's really sweet. So we have a lot of classes coming up and I don't want you guys to forget about these. I mentioned the class with quilting in the hoop. Then we're going to be, now that's quilting using your embroidery hoop. That's what that means. So then there's a Sew with Cheryl next week. So those of you who have taken some classes with her, if you want to spend the afternoon with her, you can have fun doing that. Then we've got a embroidery mastery class. Did you buy a Bernina sewing machine and you have a embroidery unit that you have not used yet? Or maybe you've gone to the mastery class with embroidery, but you feel like you need a refresher. This is a great class for you guys. Make sure that you take advantage of it. If you have bought your sewing machine from us, give us a call and we will not charge you for that class. Get you signed up for it. So make sure you do that. Then Sewing Machine Demystified is next week on the 28th. That will be next Saturday. It is going to be in the afternoon. That will be a great way to spend an afternoon for that person who wants to learn about sewing and has never touched a sewing machine. This is the perfect class for you. So if you have someone in your life and they keep on saying, oh, well, I'd like to maybe sew, this is the class. No excuses anymore because this one is so reasonable. We supply everything. All you have to do is show up and make sure you have some sort of eyewear that you can actually see what's going on. So there we go. That's what's going on next week. As far as classes go online, go to the universityofsewing.com. Go ahead and click on the calendar and you'll see all the classes coming up. I know we're going to have some pretty warm days in the next week or two. You might want to get out of it. Come on in here. We'll have air conditioning. I'm sure it will be down a lot more than it normally is because I don't like it as cold as they do. But they'll have it cold for you. So if you like it cold, they'll have it that way. So we'll go ahead and I won't see you next week, but Rachel will, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks, and we'll see you after the 4th of July. So have a wonderful day, everybody, and we will see you soon.